Pisces, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do a mid-March reading for you. We're going to be taking a look at your recent past, your current energies, and your immediate future, as well as the opportunities coming in and what you may not see coming. Let's first start out with a few oracle messages, shall we? Thank you for tuning in, for being here with me. I hope that you are enjoying your weekend or enjoyed your weekend, for those of you who are a little further along here in the southern hemisphere. Welcome back. And how are y'all feeling with this Mercury in retrograde, Venus in retrograde? You feel slow down? You know, this is a good time to be practicing more self-care. These next few weeks, you could be reviewing, reassessing, and I don't want to say analyzing. That one to come out weird. Analyzing your schedule, your routines, your connections, past conversations. Really is a time to be more detail oriented, to review how you are giving and receiving energy, how you are spending money, how you're making money. All these things are highlighted at this time. All right. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Pisces. All right. Let's see what's going on. What are the main themes here for you? Second half. Resilience. This is more of my Ten of Wands energy. But what's really beautiful about this is you may feel like, I'm getting immediately that you have a lot of people in your life that you could feel are going through a significant transformation right in front of you, or you're hoping for that. I'm getting that it's transforming for you, but you're carrying a lot of hopes and dreams and people's ability to transform on your back, literally and figuratively. And I think what you're being called to do as you do this hopefulness or observational work around the people in your life and the ways you want them to better themselves or better their lives. I'm getting that. Whether they're family, friends, exes, lovers, whoever it is, coworkers. Spirit is saying it's not your burden to carry the work of other people, their healing work, and it's important to have boundaries. And put a bubble around you, a bubble of energy. So whatever comes, it's like the energy going out is more important than the energy you're allowing in. And it's important too, she's got both hands on the ground, signaling this is a time to ground your energy, to put a protective bubble around you. You're going through a significant transformation. You're crossing some sort of great divide here. You see there's a great divide. She's overcome. This is when we overcome the mountain and we're kind of walking back down from a struggle or a challenge, and we're assimilating all of the energies. And we're getting clear on what's next. I feel like there's one more that wants to come out. We have 2 3s. Interesting. 3-3. Whenever, and 3s is the energies. It's, you, me, we. So there's like a we energy here that you are looking at. Interesting. This has been coming out a lot. Abundance and peace. Spirit is being pretty firm with the collective. And this is applying to everyone. It's like this is the time to release our burdens, to recognize that we've been resilient on the path. This is when we're looking at our past experiences. A lot of people, I talk about karma a lot on this channel. When I mean that, it's not a punishment. It's an acknowledgement of the lessons. Karma, you could just define it as lessons, life lessons, spiritual lessons. And we've all been going through these challenges and these experiences as of late. And it's been abundantly clear to most people who are paying attention on the path where the lessons lie and what Spirit is asking of you to release so you can experience more peace and more abundance. And for you, Pisces, they're saying you need to continue to be resilient, especially around the way you are holding and affirming boundaries. So you have the energy to give and receive the proper energies between you and your spiritual growth, between you and the people that are going to help you on your path moving forward. So you are being called to center, ground. Interesting how there's circles. I'm getting circles. It's like you could feel, if you look at every image, she's surrounded almost like she's inside of a globe. She's got a circle that she's holding. She's within a globe. and she's carrying a globe. So there's like something that could be coming full circle at this time for you. It could be a culminating point for you in a connection. It could also be just you recognizing the full circle aspects of your life at this time and the growth that you've gone through, and that you are poised and positioning yourself on a pathway of abundance through the cultivation of peace, honoring your boundaries. I love it. 8 of Wands and the Sun. Both of these are on the surface are indicative of you listening to the messages, right? Paying attention to the signs, being illuminated. 8 of Wands and the Sun. Love it. And happy birthday. Any of you celebrating birthdays towards the last part of this Piscean season before we go into Aries, happy birthday. Let's get one more shuffle, and then we're going to talk about the opportunity for you coming in. I like it, though. Gosh, 8 of Wands is also, things are picking up speed for you, and you're headed straight for happiness, straight for more happiness and bliss. All right. What's the opportunity here, Spirit, for Pisces? Oh, I'm getting a positive vibe. I love it, y'all. I feel this. I feel the energy. It's like you've been releasing heaviness, heaviness. And you've been going inward. And you've been cultivating these beautiful things, these riches, right? Internal riches and external riches. I feel like you're almost recognizing how far you've come, and you're exercising a lot of gratitude despite the hardships of life, which is a great attitude. It's a great attitude, Pisces. All right, we're going to take these two. They came out. We have the 5 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. All right, we're going to talk about it. This is the internal challenge over our past and the way we view it, the way we look at it. Your opportunity is to take a look at something that has been challenging you. It's somebody in your life. It could be a family member. It's someone you have memories with. This is also just energetically. I like to talk about circumstantially and energetically as it relates to self and other. That's why I go in a lot of different, but it's like a full circle even in the way I see the energy. So I see you learning from the challenges that you've been going through lately. Your opportunity is to take a look at these challenges and what they're teaching you. 5 of Wands is an energy of, they're sparring. It's not like they're fighting and yelling and screaming at each other, but there's just edge to it. There's a little bit of this, one-upping, or, I got to have the final say, or I'm right, you're wrong. And 6 of Cups is this feeling of nostalgia. So whether you're literally dealing with a challenging situation with another person at this time, or you're going through some challenging feelings that are spiking like this, why they got to be like that? I feel like it's hitting you a certain way. Some of you are not directly communicating with someone, and it's creating this. It's like you're looking back at it and reviewing something and going, oh, that did not feel so good. So your opportunity is to take a look at the challenges that your past karma lessons have been teaching you lately. And I feel like you're doing a lot of this integration work and embodiment and kind of coming back to center after maybe what it was a challenging situation in your recent past. We're going to see what that is now by going into the recent past. 9 of Wands, not surprising, because you have this card of resilience showing up in the second half, which is around a 10 of Wands situation. Okay. And here we are in the past. Something puts you to the point where you're like, I got to let this go. I just got to let it go. 9 of Wands, or I got to put up healthy boundaries. I got to make a judgment call. Judgment and the 4 of Swords. And this is when we must exercise strength. I see you having to make a difficult decision in the past so you could take a time out, rest, and heal because of words that were exchanged or someone who was challenging you, going up against you in unhealthy ways. I'm getting that it was something you just like, all right, truce. Let's pause. And I'm getting that you're past that truce point, or some of you are getting to that point. I see too, as an overall whole Pisces, you've been really working on going inward and doing a lot of healing work. And I love this. As a tarot reader, I get really, really excited and psyched about it because we cannot evolve and grow and deepen without these energies, right? These points of friction, right? It softens the edges. So I love this beautiful rebirth you're going through. I see this so often in the tarot, but it leads to so much goodness. She's healing over hurt here, and she's laying in a nest. You could feel like you've been spending a lot of time in the recent past kind of being more quiet, sticking to a similar routine, a pattern where you feel stable and healthy, and feel like you've had to put up some healthy boundaries around something. And it's hard to reinforce it because you have strong ties to this, whatever it is, with the Six of Cups. Current energy, the Hierophant, the Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. Ooh. Something's testing your value system. I'm getting that immediately here, currently. You're trying to make a decision. You're at a crossroads of whether you want to give to something or not. I have to clarify that Hierophant. It's part of your journey when it comes to your decision making around what you want to give and receive with another. It could be, it feels like a challenging family situation or a challenging situation in a marriage or a partnership, commitment. Hierophant it's twofold. It's our value system, it's our morals, it's tradition, it's our obligations, our duties, but also an actual commitment to someone or something. But I see like this inherently is great. Giving and receiving, I'm committed to this, but there's some sort of not wanting to see something here. And I want to clear my throat. I feel like you've already had to speak your truth, but now you're having to reinforce your truth. It's almost like someone's trying to get to you, maybe guilt trip you. Why am I getting that? And it's difficult because this person can be, I'm getting like you have someone around you that you've been dealing with that can be very manipulative. You could be supporting someone who's going through this as well. It may not be directly related to you. I'm getting that for some of you. It's someone you know that you've been really supporting their healing. Let's get the immediate future. The Hermit, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah, I think it's hard because for some of you, you're realizing that there's been a power struggle between you and this person. But it's also served your growth and your healing so much that you're kind of looking at it and going, you know what, it's kind of a blessing in disguise, but it's still difficult because there's a lot that you're releasing and you're going inward over around a connection that has needed some healing. Whoever this is to you, there's certainly a lot of memories, and there's something that you're trying to come to terms with currently around this. And it's requiring, time alone. There's some sort of spiritual lesson here. I think you have someone who wants to come in and apologize, but your back has turned to this person. It's almost like you're teaching someone a difficult lesson, and it's hard. It's like you're like saying to yourself, it's harder for me than you realize. It's harder for me than it is for you. You have no idea. This could be somebody who you had some sort of breakup with or a separation with, and you're reviewing the past and you're trying to open up and at the same time release the emotional baggage around it. It's like you're trying to have hope, but at the end of the day, you're still left wondering, is this what's best for me to keep this person close? Some of you, it's a friend, family member. Yeah, I see now why. You're wrapping up a cycle where there's been a lot of disappointments. We have the World, the Four of Cups, and the Magician. Yeah, I love it. And you're dropping some sort of heavy burden. Here's the Ten of Wands that I see here in the opening. You're releasing. And I think whatever you're purging at this time, keep doing it, Pisces, because it's going to serve your growth and it's going to serve a lighter way of being in the near future. And I see you, for those of you who are walking away and have been healing from an ending, that could have been up to 5 weeks or 5 months ago. It's difficult because you're still feeling like a little bit of a pull, but not enough to like be blind and go back to something that you know isn't best for you. You're wrapping up a cycle and you're trying to manifest and will the new path, the new timeline with a spirit of hopefulness. You have 1 cup here in front of you. You have 3 cups to the side. So it's like this, 2 things can be true at once. You can realize something may not be healthy for you or that it's run its course. And you can also still hurt over it and want something that you didn't get from it, and yet simultaneously be hopeful about something completely different and be manifesting that. So Spirit is saying you are wrapping up an important cycle. This is what you don't see coming. And you're moving through the hurt of it and the disappointment of it. And at the same time, they want you to still believe in the magic, right? That you are a co-creator, that you create your own reality, and that despite having to walk away, it feels like a lot of you are still continuing to walk away from something because you're trying to protect your peace. There'll be a time and a place maybe, but I'm not even seeing, I'm feeling like there's like radio silence between you and someone. Let's clarify. Now, I want to get a consciousness oracle at this point. Change. Yeah. There's some significant changes going on in your life, Pisces, at this time, where you are releasing the past. You're really releasing past hurt. It's what everybody's doing, but Pisces, I'm seeing you doing it with so much love. It's interesting. This is fascinating. I just noticed I have another deck in front of me. You can't see it here. I was going to pull it, and they said not to. And I noticed that there was a card from this Lightseers deck, and they said this would have come out, but it was stuck in another deck. Interesting. You may feel like you're watching someone getting stuck in a way of being, and you're realizing they may never change. And I think that's what you're coming to terms with. And what's hard is it hurts. It hurts you. It hurts you. Interesting how that all... It's interesting, the magic that Spirit weaves in these readings. But this Three of Swords, it's very real. The pain is real. Pisces, whatever happened with this person, whoever this is, they've been part of you, and they'll always be a part of you. That's the thing when we lose people, whether through death or through life's fated endings. You carry them within you. You carry the memory, and that's why they'll always be there. I do see you walking away from somebody. We have change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. It's the sweet release of the old. While difficult, it will be birthing the new. Okay, Pisces, keep that in mind. Let me look at the bottom more. Yeah, 10 of Wands, 9 of Swords, the Lovers. Yeah, the Death. Yeah, I think a lot of you are stressed about... This is when we realize, I got to walk away from this. It's not going to serve me. And then there's the fear, right, that spikes, like, but what if, am I making the right decision? This is when life's second guessing can get the better of you. And what I'm seeing here is you may have somebody who you might be called to go inward and really take a look at maybe a healing point. We're going to clarify, because I see even if this person comes back and there's a peace offering here, you still have your back turned to them. Page of Cups at the bottom. I do think that there's some sort of apology. And when I say back turned to them, maybe it's not, we'll see what's going on here. Maybe it's not a true ending, but it's a pause for now, because healing is important. And also, you've got other things you're trying to call in. We have the King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, like I said, calling in other things. I want to go into this opportunity here. 5 of Wands, 6 of Cups. 9 of Swords. Yeah, you've got somebody who's really pushed you. It's the way they're communicating. Page of Swords. They could be creeping on you. You could be creeping on them, or just the lessons of when something takes over the mind and how challenging that can be. The Hermit. Yeah, you're definitely going inward, and you're trying to learn the lesson over some things that have happened lately, Pisces, because it's been hard. I feel it. Let's get a few consciousness just to intersect here. What are the higher lessons in this? Spirit, what are the higher lessons in this? Offerings. You might have somebody, I think you could have somebody who wants to communicate or is going to communicate in the second half of March, making some sort of peace. I'm getting a peace offering. Synchronicity. Interesting. I feel like you have somebody who may want to, who was getting a lot of push from the universe karmically to make a peace offering to you. I'm going to keep going. I'm getting that there's a new lit beautifully lit pathway. And I'm getting like this temple of peace here. If anything, cultivate that. Look at this image. I want you to focus on meditating every day. This is your prescription, your healing prescription. Focus on this temple in your mind's eye every day and meditate 5 minutes. Walk this pathway to the temple. This is your temple of peace. There's something that's really troubling your soul, Pisces, around an individual. It could be for some of you, and I pick this up a lot, I have some people who watch these and their parents, and they're worried about their child. Others of you, this is a family member, and a lot of you, this looks like somebody that you were in a love bond with, a romantic bond with. And you're trying to learn from the power play, the power struggle, the friction, the words that were said, and the anxieties that elicits. Opportunities to take a look at that. There's some sort of double-edged sword coming in here. Let's look at the past. Empress, sideways. Yeah, it looks like that you were dealing with an individual or a situation where you were sacrificing too much of yourself. Empress sideways is, I'm not really recognizing my value and worth here. Why am I putting up with this? And then you drop back in that pocket of, I've got some healing to do. So you were pointed in the direction of healing and practicing a lot of nurturing care of you. And I love seeing that because it was necessary. It's like when there's so many strikes of hurt that someone blows at you, knowingly or unknowingly. Listen, wounded people, I say this often, and this has been a common theme in all the mid-monthlings. Hurt people, healed people, heal people. And you're dealing with someone who's hurtful. Just because they're wounded doesn't give them the right to continue to hurt you. And that's the lesson people who are more healed must face. I have to protect my peace here. Why am I putting up with this? I'm not honoring self. So that's what you did in the recent past. You started to take a look and go, wait a minute. And now Two of Swords at a crossroads, or whether you want to give to something. It is a choice, the Lovers. It's a choice whether you want to give to this person and what capacity you want to give to this person. Currently, you're making a choice. You've been going inward. There's a lot of anxiety over this. There's been hurt. I told you, 5 of Pentacles. I think you're leaving somebody out in the cold right now because you need to focus on you. We have the King of Cups in reverse. This is an emotional manipulator. I knew it. I felt it. Right when I started, I'm like, Pisces, you're dealing with someone who manipulates. Oh, poor me. I'm the victim. It's all about me. This is an unhealed person. And I think you're trying to decide whether you want to continue to give. Some of you have been giving money to this person over and over again, rescuing them. And you're like, I got to stop doing this. What is this never ending? This is a never ending story. And that's what this energy is, a never ending story. So Pisces, I think you're getting the hint here that it's time to stop the money train, or it's time to stop the emotional overgiving train and pause and focus on what needs to change. Is you have an abundance of peace that you could be allowing to leak out because you're taking too much responsibility for someone else's unhealed wounds. Let's see. We have the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Cups. And this time period too has served you with your spiritual growth here. I see too, as this relates to self, you may feel like you have been completely shut down to letting anybody in. Pisces, for those of you who are watching this and you're single, it's taken you a while to purge the stress and the anxiety over an ending. And you've been trying to, this is when we must rebuild our lives after a major breaking point. And really releasing somebody's energy from our own energetic fields. So I see you doing that, and I see that it's hard, but you're doing it, all right? I stand in solidarity with you over this kind of energy because it's hard. And I'm here as a support, and I know how hard it is to turn your back on someone that you truly do care about, but that you know they're not healthy for you. All right, let's go into the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Releasing the old. Yeah, and what has taught you, whenever I see the Nine of Pentacles upright, this is self-reliance, independent, strong, I'm capable. It's either, I feel like this person has taken so much out of you because of the capacity that you've loved this person and how much they've taken more than they've given. It's not balanced. in other words. And Nine of Pentacles in reverse sometimes is a codependent situation. Again, I'm not getting the vibe that this is someone you are directly dealing with. I mean, it is someone, but you could be supporting someone who's codependent on someone else. All right, that's what I'm getting. A lot of you have someone in your life that you deeply care about, but they've become codependent on another person, and you're trying to guide them and help them because you are the spiritual teachers after all. So if you're like, this isn't really my story, but my friend is going through this, or my significant other is going through this and with their family, there could be something around this realm as well. Because I am getting, for some of you, it's not you directly, it's you, someone you deeply care about going through this. Yeah. This also is really pinging your values, morals, and beliefs. And are you going to stand by your convictions, or are you going to let someone... This also, too, King of Cups in reverse and the Five of Pentacles could be a fair amount of gaslighting. Someone playing the victim and being manipulative and feeling responsible for that person because you feel sorry for them. The Moon in reverse. Ooh. Wow. This is the secrets. I feel like your eyes, the Two of Swords currently is, I don't want to see the truth of this. There's some sort of like blindness, or you're helping someone see the truth of something. The Moon in reverse is, you know what? This eclipse has revealed some things. Maybe some secrets have come out. Interesting. And we have the Star. Yeah, I think too that you no longer want to turn a blind eye to the way that you have taken on someone else's energy that's not yours. And saying, you know what? I'm going to work on my own healing. I can't work on anyone else healing around me. And you may have kind of overcoupled in that way, where you become a little bit enmeshed in someone else's energy. Whoever this is to you, it's been part of your spiritual lesson to not take on their burdens because of your kind and giving nature. And you're coming out of this energy of, okay, this person is going through a hard time, and I get it. But they always are going through a hard time. And how much do I have to keep doing this? It becomes too much of a burden. So you're working on healing that. I do see that right now, a lot of you, if this is an ex that you've been healing from, you see all, you understand all. You understand your role in it. You understand why it happened. You understand what you need to do. It doesn't make it easy, but you understand what you need to do. You're releasing past emotional baggage. You're releasing old stuff. You're coming out of a period where you felt like the ground beneath your feet was taken out. This is when we must rebuild our foundational structure. Some of you, you've been going through divorce proceedings. You've been separated. You're rebuilding your life. You're rebuilding your energy on your own outside of this partnership. All right. And I see, things coming to a close for you here and what you don't see coming. So be gentle with yourself for the rest of March, okay? Yeah. This wanted to cut. It's interesting how it came out, wanted to tumble down. Tumbling down, crumbling down. I feel like, you got to go through the pain of grief. And this is what people bypass. They want to numb it out. They want to not face it. And I think the more you face this head on and you feel it and you don't numb yourself, and distract yourself. Some people throw themselves into work. Some people, numb with substances. And I see that, you don't want to do that. You're facing this head on. And you're being hopeful about the future, knowing that, this too shall pass, Pisces. Ace of Cups in reverse. It's so hard because this is like, well, I got to let this go. This person, place, or thing go. It's a person. You're letting someone go. I'm hearing that you can go your own way by Fleetwood Mac. There's like a little bit of just angst in this. Like, you can go your own way. You know what I mean? Like, I can't deal with you anymore, kind of thing. There's a little, because there's this Five of Wands. There's this a little bit of volatility to this because you're tired of the way this person is stressing you out. It's time for you to go your own way. Some of you were saying that to somebody. We've got, like this fighting energy, combative energy coming in here and what you don't see coming. Almost like, all right, I meant what I said. Like that kind of energy. Ace of Cups, it's almost like someone who keeps coming to the hand that feeds them, and you're just like, no more. No more are you going to take advantage of my kindness and my love for you. Ace of Cups in reverse. Yeah. and the way it can trap you in anxieties. Some of you are saying, I don't love this person anymore. It's time for me to leave. Some of you are coming to a realization in the month of March that this isn't the partner for you. You're like, I didn't sign up for this. Whoever this is, it's like, I don't feel that they're emotionally mature. In fact, they're succumbing to really unhealthy patterning within themselves. Almost like emotional regression. Yeah, wrap up the cycle. This has really been a wild rodeo, it feels. Let me get some affirmations for you. Wrap up the cycle, hon. Sweethearts, you can do this. I release the habit of reacting in the moment. Ooh, that's a good one. I understand that some relationships are seasonal. I trust myself to invest in relationships where I am loved for who I am. I understand that healing comes in waves. I am both soft and resilient. And we had resiliency come out. Wow. Pisces, I do believe you're doing the right thing. Go to that peace offering, that sanctuary within. There's a synchronicity coming in here for you. Please stay hopeful for the future. Just because something doesn't work out doesn't mean that you've missed the boat, okay? Because that is far from the case. Where are we at? 33. I want to get a Keepers of the Light to support you. This is a support that I want you to lean on at this time, Pisces. Lady Portia, Divine Order. Let's hear what Lady Portia has to say to you. Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. That's why I wanted her to come in. And I'm going to show you her image, and I want you to keep this in your mind's eye. She could be visiting you here at this temple. She wants to help you through this time period. We're getting a direct message from a Keeper of the Light. She wants to meet you at the Temple of Peace. So put her in your mind's eye. Imagine her opening up your heart space. There's healing here. This feels like a holy amethyst in her heart space. All right. I'm going to read all about this. The powerful goddess is a figure of justice and peace. She brings order and opportunity to every experience. As a lord of karma, she also regulates the law of cause and effect. She helps us recognize the impact of our judgments, choices, and actions on ourselves and the world. She's the twin flame of Saint Germain, so is strongly connected to the violet flame energy. Together, these twin flames can work as overseers of legal situations. Yeah, like I said, a lot of you are facing divorce. Justice is an energy that's about honoring everyone involved rather than punishing bad behavior. Lady Portia helps us to do what is right morally and spiritually for our soul's growth. And if it's not divorce, it's definitely a severing of some sort of karmic tie, bond with someone. Could be friend, family member, ex. Right now, a call for justice is being brought into your space. Even if this means you will lose out, there really is no loss in the highest state of truth. Act from the heart. See the other person's point of view and surrender your pride so that you are coming from a loving space. If you've made choices that weren't for the highest good, admit it. Through this honesty, you're releasing any karmic bonds or anchors of fear from your energy. Take the time to learn from this situation. And if you're involved in any legal issues, know that Lady Portia and the angels of justice are gathering around to honor everyone involved. Interesting that came out. All right, let's get a final pull for the rest of March. Pisces, you're definitely going through quite a bit at this time. Please be gentle with yourself. This is when we need to slow our commitments and our responsibilities and duties down so we can have time to work on our own healing work. All right, let's get a Sacred Forest Oracle to close out the reading for you. And I'm going to get, actually, they're calling me to do some words of advice before I read this. Let's get some advice for you. These have been long, these mid-monthlies, because it seems like everybody's going through some sort of severing of a karmic contract. And it's hard, y'all. It's so hard. Renewal. And we do have the Judgment here. You're going to bounce back from this, okay, this time. Renewal. I'll read that in a moment. Let's now get some advice from Spirit. If you're curious about what tarot decks I worked with, they're in the description box. I started out with the Light Seers, and then I clarified with the original tarot, and now I'm using the Astro Matrix. I also have a list of the Oracle decks I'm using as well, so those are all available to you. All right, let's see. What's the advice for Pisces moving forward? What's the advice as Pisces closes up this big cycle? The world, oh my God, you got the world 3 times. So this is meant to end. Whatever you're dealing with, it's meant to be closed. The lessons have been learned. This is a graduation point. I know it's hard. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they want you to be making plans, right? To just move forward. Yeah. They're really wanting to remind you, this is someone in your family. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. This is someone that you have had a long time with. That right now it's not time. I think you need to move beyond this experience. At least just give it some time for the energies to settle. Okay. I think some of you are going to celebrate basically signing the divorce papers and really walking away from this for good. There is new love coming underneath this and victory. There's some karmic changes that are going to be taking place for you later in the spring for you. For a lot of you that are worried about the outcome of something, don't worry. You're going to get what you want. Page of Pentacles. This is a financial opportunity for investing, and you're stressing over this. So there is some sort of final resolution. We did have Lady Portia came through. So whatever, if you're in any kind of legal battle, just know that everything's going to work out. Okay? Now let's read the Sacred Forest. Renewal. Let's read renewal. And if it's not a legal battle, it's a karmic battle over I'm getting transgressions of another. The transgressions of another. I never say that word. Where's the booklet? Here we go. Renewal. Frog spirit, number 20. The spirit of the frog says, be willing to release any preconceived notions of how life should unfold. This is a time to be adaptable. Be willing to change. Abundance and good fortune will follow. Yeah. So it looks like you're going through a powerful rebirth. Frogs were believed in the ancient Celts to represent healing because of its connection with water and the way that it transforms from tadpole to adult. In China, the frog is a powerful symbol of prosperity, healthy childbirth, and good luck. So just know that this transformation is a part of your karmic contract in your soul's evolution. So whatever you've been dealing with, you're about to draw it to a complete close. Chapter closed. Honoring what you learned, how it served your growth, is the best way to approach any kind of karmic ending in life, which is the lessons in and of themselves. There's a lot of assistance coming through here, Pisces, for you from the angelic realm, from the higher dimensions. So lean on their support at this time, okay? And lean on the people you love to help you navigate this fated life ending that you're facing, okay? In a connection that it looks like there's been a fair bit of experience here with another who their heart is closed. They have a lot of healing work to do, whoever this is. They are an emotional manipulator. And I think that it's time for you to absolve yourself from any kind of codependent energy so you can protect your peace, okay? That's what matters here. Take care. Namaste.